You've got to hand it to Republicans. Some of them are pretty clever. Republicans are now trying to use the debt that they created as an excuse to cut programs. The Congressional Budget Office released an updated outlook on the long-term fiscal future of the country, and the budget outlook projects that the national debt is going to grow at a faster rate than projected in last year's outlook. And some Republicans have looked at this and they said, oh, we need to cut programs, of course, programs that support low and middle income Americans. Shortly after the CBO published the new data, the House Budget Committee Chairman, Tom Price, who's a Republican, said in a statement, these debt projections portend a horrible fiscal legacy, and specifically expressed that he's alarmed about the insolvent Medicare and Social Security programs. But what caused the higher debt projections? We hear about the higher debt projections and Republicans say, well, let's cut programs. Was it outrageous spending by President Obama on stuff that Republicans say we don't need? No. This increase in the debt was caused by Republican tax cuts passed in Congress last year for businesses without a way to pay for those tax cuts. And President Obama did sign the tax cuts into law. Congress included some tax relief for working families alongside the tax cuts for businesses. And by the way, last year, when Republicans were called out about the negative impact that this would have on the debt, to have $700 billion in unpaid tax cuts added, Republicans didn't care. At the time, we heard, for example, from Peter DeFazio from Oregon, a Democrat, if you're concerned about the deficit, why do you write off all this money without an offset? And it is almost brilliant. I mean, you create a situation where Republicans say, look at this terrible debt, without mentioning which we created, that now justifies cutting the social programs, which, by the way, we were against to begin with. Oh, and blame Obama, right? This is understandably way beyond what the casual news observer will hear about. People are busy. Not everyone is into politics and news at this level. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book, and it's truly reprehensible. It's similar to something I never mentioned when we something they never mentioned when they talk about, oh, security was cut in Benghazi, blame Hillary. Well, yeah, but who voted against increasing security in Benghazi? Many, many, many Republicans, and it wasn't just Benghazi. It was funding for consulate and embassy security at many locations. And if you have just a casual news observer who says, oh, yeah, what's going on today? Oh, Republicans, they're being fiscally conservative by saying the debt's going up, we should cut programs. Well, yeah, but that's because of something they did. And these are programs that they were always against. It is the oldest trick in the book, and it works because people have lives and people are busy.